Namaste. Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. Just noticed you can see outside my snow-capped shrubbery. Hi, I'm Sadhana, and I'm an intuitive reader doing readings today for your tarot card for 2022. So welcome. Welcome to this chat. For those of you that aren't familiar with the calculations and how to figure out what your card of the year is, there is a link in the description box below. We are looking at the 15th arcanum, the devil, in this video, and I'll be doing a reading for this card, which can be quite a challenging card. I had this card 2 years ago, and I did a reflection. So I've done a video on various reflections of this card that might be helpful for you as well, too, that you want to view afterwards. I will try to remember to add it in the description box below or put a card up here. But you can just search devil in the search button on my page if you like. Okay, so let's go to the card and talk a little bit about the devil, especially the devil in a lover's year. So 2022 is 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6. So we have the devil is 15, so 1 plus 5 is 6. So we really have two sixes that interact with each other here. This is your card, Janet. Hey, welcome. Okay, so naturally, these are two cards that have an interesting affinity for each other. Let's say that. The study in a traditional tarot deck of lovers and devil is really quite something. We look at relationship from two different angles. The top card, which is the devil card in the Journey of the Sacred Bee, looks artistically at being distracted with excessiveness. We also have distraction. One bee is going toward us. A larger one is going in another direction. There's no particular focus here. There's many different ways we can look at that. This is also the astrological sign of Capricorn, so the season that we're in right now. The devil card challenges us. It challenges us to, hello, Ink, welcome. It challenges us to, how can I say this? It's really important to have fun. It is important to feel, to know pleasure, to know joy, to explore life fully, to live life fully, without question. But we need to do it from a healthy perspective and for the right reasons, not looking externally for gratification, but more for the innate right to live in joy. And that is the divine right of the second chakra, deeply connected to the energy of the devil card. And then when we experience this in a lover's year, I almost feel like this is going to be a little bit easier because the energy of the lovers is going to, I don't know, it's just like it's a balance and check kind of card. And the lovers underneath there is one that we see the masculine and feminine in apart and separated, two aspects of self in separation. The strong solar aspect of self, the receptive lunar aspect of self are separated. But then the idea with the Lover's card is that we embrace both and then we become one. And whether that is in relationship or that is with ourselves is not really important, but it's a lovely, lovely energy to have underneath this really important card. And for those of you that have this card, I would definitely explore some of the Celtic decks, which have Cernunnos, more of a wild, passionate kind of an energy with the devil, and just really start to reflect upon what makes you joyful. Maybe this is a good year to revise your bucket list, for example. I know there have been earlier readings that I did yesterday that I thought, yeah, that would be something that I would love to go back to. And I know there's a few things that are right on the top of it, but to kind of expand that and really think about what makes me joyful. In this spread, I've divided the deck into the 4 suits. So for each of the readings over yesterday, today, tomorrow, you're going to get one minor. Um, isn't this a gorgeous card? This is the 6. You are so, I feel blessed. I feel so blessed that this card is here, because right now we're looking at 666. And remember that the energy of 6 sits at the center of the tree of life. This is a Sephiro of Tiferet. This is blessing. This is a divine blessing. Unity, um, I was going to say marvelous. I don't want to use that word. Sacred union. Sacred union. That, and we can see this, we can feel and know sacred union in so many, many, many ways. And it's that feeling when things just go right. It's almost like there's no effort, and you kind of shake your head and you go, oh, wow, that was easy. And it's because balance has been achieved. And so we've come from a year, perhaps, of 14, alchemy, temperance, to this year where we're really challenged. But you've learned, right? You know already how to bring balance into your life. And so if you can remember those lessons, and if you were in a temperance year last year and you were a little heavy on the temperate side, you went a little bit excessive in the moderation. Yeah, hexagon is like a beehive, right? All those. Oh, wow, I'm really excited. The 6 of Wands came up for you. That's amazing. Okay, so the supporting water energy for the 6 of Wands is a 3. This is an amazing reading. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit challenging, though. It's going to be a little bit challenging because in these 3s and 6s, the tendency is to excessiveness. There is a tendency to that. So how can you learn, and maybe we'll get this information from the oracle cards that I'm going to pull as well too, but one of the questions I want to ask you is what is your signal? What is your signal to not go too far? Do you have some kind of a code word with a friend? Do you have a favorite tea that you can quickly go and make? If you know what I mean, like when you find yourself going too far in anything, it's really good if it's easy to reset. So if you can have strategies for that, it can have to do with food, with alcohol, with shopping. What happens when you look at your Amazon cart and you realize, oh my God, there's 20 items in my Amazon cart, and I hit I purchased yesterday, so you could almost make it fun as well too. There can be joy in remembering the lessons of temperance, which are so very, very important when we are in a devil year. We have another 3. We have triple 3 in the discs. I don't really know quite what to say here. There is so much abundance and so much joy in this reading that, I feel like kick off your shoes, let down your hair, make this year 2022 a year of fun. Do you have an opportunity to do some of those things that are on your bucket list? Maybe this is a year of pleasure. Maybe this is a year of pleasure. I don't know that. So 9 of discs asks us to survey. It asks us to survey all that we have, not only physically, but remember the discs is an integration of all the other energies, right? It's a measure of experience as well too. And I feel that 9 of discs also comes with the responsibility of sharing the wealth, sharing the lessons, sharing the teachings, not just it's not about accumulation. Your voice, your thoughts. This is a really, really interesting Two of Swords card. I'm going to hold it up for you. Notice we have the duality in this card, the duality of the Lover's card, the duality that we often see in the Devil card. We have a very similar shape to the Six of Wands. It's over there on the left. And so amidst all of the abundance that is here in this reading, to me, this card is calling for reflection. This doesn't mean that you have to learn how to meditate, but it does mean that taking some quiet time amidst this reading feels so rich, so plenty. And so that in itself can become overwhelming. And in order to manage that, turning internally is really important. There's a couple of other obvious things here. That word choices that gets thrown out a lot with lovers and this card as well too. And so remember, mindful balance, mindfulness is really important. The way that this card is drawn takes me to, we could go to second chakra, we could go to fourth chakra, but just to a real loving kind of self-care practice feels just what is in order. I'm going to pull an oracle card for each of the cards that have already been drawn. And for the Suit of Cups, I have the Wisdom of the Sacred Bee Oracle, which is the sister oracle deck to this particular tarot deck. And then I have a different oracle for each of the other ones. Okay, so let's learn more about this Three of Cups. Wow, you are one blessed soul this year. This is the Merkaba. This is in the Suit of Ether. And to me, this sitting across from the Two of Swords card is pretty important. Now, also know that the Merkaba is it's a shape that is a 3-dimensional version of the hexagram. So it's like we intersect a hexagram and a hexagram to create the Merkaba, which is a shape that contains everything, right? It contains the universe. If you study the Marielle Tarot, it's offered in the Magician, right? It's a symbol to show us infinite potential. And so through this year of navigating all that you have and all that you are, know that this gift is an opportunity to shift frequency, to it's not about the material at all. It's about exploring your blessings in a very sacred and special way. The Six of Wands That's quite the card. I really love the way the wreath or the mandorla, it's just so beautifully illustrated. And if you look at the Three of Cups below and the vortex of energy that's there, we have a circle there. We also have energy radiating around the hive that the fairy is holding up in the Ten of Discs. Okay. I was talking about your bucket list. And I don't know what is on your bucket list, but this looks an awful lot like a sacred journey to me. This could also have a conversation with the Two of Swords over here. The keyword is path. Quite simply, you are on path, and a path. You are on path. You are on path. And I don't think I need to say, keep going. You know, with this level of abundance, there can be a tendency to get soaked up in it, to want to stay, to be afraid that it's all going to be gone. And that's okay. It may be fleeting, but it's part of the journey. It's you want to, in the Six of Wands, if for those of you that read tarot, we often see somebody coming home from a victory. And if you think of the Six of Wands and that person that's riding through is simply riding through, they're on a journey. This is often called the card of success, right? So the success is it is fleeting. So celebrate it, be joyful, and keep on going. Keep on going. Don't let this energy stagnate. Make it the very best that you can, and share. You are so lucky. These are amazing, amazing cards. Wow. Who would have thought in a devil year you'd pull such incredible cards? Okay. This is probably going to relate to the card above. This is called Possibilities. I'm such a movie person. I'm thinking of the Possibility book in a favorite Christmas movie of mine. Blue, indigo. So throat chakra, perhaps a little bit higher frequency. Think big. I'm looking at all those branches on the tree and wondering where it is that there's a lot of strong possible paths there. It's not one path. It almost feels as if whatever path you choose, great things are going to happen. And what the message here is simply to keep on going. This card supports the Two of Swords. Okay, so look at this. Look at this. They almost look identical. Isn't that something? So this is about listening. This is about tuning in and listening and trusting, right? Trusting that the messages that you receive are from a higher frequency. That's a wow. So I'm kind of speechless. And I would take a screenshot, have a good look at some of these images and see how they come into play over the next 3 months, 4 months. And then come back, please, and leave me a message in the comments below and let me know how your year with the Devil card is going. Okay? I'm going to leave you with that, and I will be back shortly to do a reading for the Temperance card. Take good care. Namaste.